Hey y'all, what's up? Eric Johnson coming with y'all with some breaking news. Coming out of New York City, the long-awaited trial of Jam Master Jay's murder has finally been solved. A guilty verdict was reached today, Tuesday, in the murder trial of two men who was charged with the killing of Run DMC star Jam Master Jay, legendary group, legendary DJ, legendary figure in the hip hop game. Jam Master Jay was tragically murdered and gunned down in 2002 inside his music studio in Hollis, Queens. Prosecutors said Mizzle's godson Carl Jordan Jr. and his childhood friend Ronald Washington killed the DJ after he cut them out of a cocaine trafficking deal. So this was a bad business transaction going wrong, and it's such a shame that Jam Master Jay had to go to the lengths of selling cocaine and trafficking, drugs, because I think around that time he was going through, financial troubles, and you would have thought that him being a legendary figure that, people around here would help him in such dire situations. But I just hate that this situation led to this brother's death, and finally his soul can now rest in peace. While many celebrate the guilty verdict, others said justice came at a price. The jury spent 3 days deliberating one of the most elusive murders in hip hop history. Yes, besides the Tupac murder and the Biggie Smalls murder, this has been one of the most prolific and exclusive, murders in hip hop history. Cause you never knew what he could have went if this shit didn't happen to him. You never knew how far Jam Master Jay would have went through his music career, let alone being a legendary DJ. I mean, I think Run DMC could have had more albums, in my opinion. I think they could have had more runs in the hip hop game. They was already on legendary status, but it just goes to show you that, this hip hop shit, and when you mix the streets with music, it can end real tragically and end in a bad situation. Now let me keep reading some more of this story. I'm getting this from CBSNews.com. Shout out to Two Raw for TV. He was the first person to report on this. I will put the link to his video in the description for y'all. Although it appeared that the case would go cold, law enforcement never wavered in its effort to bring justice. U.S. Attorney Brennan P. said, "It's no mystery why it took so long. 22 years it took. Witnesses were terrified that they would be retaliated against if they cooperated with law enforcement." I think people knew who killed Jam Master Jay, but the code of the streets. Snitching can get people, tragically hurt in terrible situations like this. Eyewitnesses testified that Jordan murdered Mizell inside his studio on October 30th, 2002, while childhood friend Washington guarded the door with a gun. But the month-long trial revealed parts of Mizzle's life that the hip hop icon tried to keep out of public eye, mainly in his role of trafficking cocaine. Prosecutors said when Mizzle cut Jordan and Washington out of a deal to sell coke in Baltimore, they conspired to kill him, which with the help of a third suspect, Jay Bryant. So it wasn't just these two cowards who killed Jam Master Jay. You had another person, the third suspect. His name is Jay Bryant. When asked for justice came at a price, Mizell's cousin Ryan Thomas said, "Yes, I have to answer yes because I didn't know either until I was told. We wasn't brought up like that. That's not how we were raised." So he had to go to extreme lengths to break the law, to try to stay afloat by doing anything by any means necessary. I mean, in certain situations like that, a man gonna do what he's got to do to provide for himself and his family. We under the system of white supremacy, but one of his family members said they wasn't raised up like that. But being in poverty can bring you to an edge where you'll have to do anything to stay alive and to stay afloat. But I just hated that his life ended like that with childhood friends setting him up and tragically murdering him in a place where a studio, let alone in any place of any significance that this man has been at in his life. But let me keep reading this story. Defense attorneys called only one witness, a memory expert who testified to the crux of the case. The only things connecting Jordan and Washington Mizell's murder were aging memories. The defense also tried to pin a murder on Bryant, the only suspect whose DNA was found in the studio on a hat located beside Mizell's body. Jordan and Washington are facing 20 years to life in federal prison. Good. Defense attorneys has already vowed to appeal the conviction. While the death penalty is possible with these charges, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland last June directed Brooklyn federal prosecutors not to seek it. I think they don't need the death penalty. I think all these motherfuckers need to rot in prison for what they did to Jam Master Jay, being in cahoots to murder this man and went out to do so. Cause this has been one of the mysteries in hip hop history, let alone the mystery of Tupac's death and who was in connection to the Biggie murder and other hip hop memories and hip hop you know stories that we most likely will not ever be able to find out, because we don't know who truly was involved besides those three cowards. It could have been more people involved in this whole situation, just like with that bitch ass nigga Diddy and the whole situation with him, Tupac and Biggie, and those two tragically getting killed. So this whole situation can finally rest. I think Jam Master Jay's soul can finally rest in peace. His family can get the justice, have got the justice that they truly deserve. Run DMC, legendary group, they will live on forever. Rev Run, one of the close friends of Jam Master Jay, and DMC, one of the closest friends to Jam Master Jay. There was a holy trinity. So I just hope that his family members, his loved ones can finally get the justice that they truly deserve by seeing these cowards go to jail for the foreseeable future and most likely never getting out and most likely dying in jail for the sins that they have did to the brother Jam Master Jay. So that's all I wanted to report on. Rest in peace to Jam Master Jay. Tell me what y'all think about this situation in the comment section. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this whole situation amongst these cowards being finally brought to justice, and tell me some extra information that you have or haven't had about this story that been told about throughout the years of Jam Master Jay's death, because it's been 22 years since this man hasn't found justice until this day. So I hope this man's soul can rest in peace, and I hope he's up there in the pearly gates, bringing the house down on the wheels of steel. So that's all I have to say. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Two Raw for TV, and we'll put his link in the description for y'all to go to his story. And peace.